My beautiful alpha audience, welcome back. And if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel for future amazing updates. Now let's start the video. Tonight, we step into the shadows. We dive into the raw truth, the brutal reality that only the brave dare to face. You're here because something in your soul yearns for more. Something deep within you has been awakened, a fire that refuses to be extinguished. That fire, it's been ignited by the knowledge that the world around you is not what it seems. There are forces at work, dark forces, forces you cannot see, but you know they're there. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Will you cower in the face of the unknown? Or will you embrace it and rise to become the warrior you were always meant to be? Listen to me very carefully. You open the door. Now they can't hide. Doesn't matter who they are. It could be your fears, your doubts, your enemies, or even those closest to you. Once you open that door, once you step into the world of truth, there is no going back. Once you've seen the darkness, you cannot unsee it. Once you've tasted the power that comes with knowing the truth, you will never again be satisfied with the lies you were fed. And that is what makes you dangerous. That is what makes you powerful. The truth is, you've been lied to. You've been living in a world that has been carefully crafted to keep you ignorant, to keep you complacent, to keep you weak. They don't want you to know what's really going on. They want to keep you in the dark, shackled to the illusion of safety and comfort. But you've opened the door. You've glimpsed the reality behind the curtain, and now there is no hiding for them. The veil has been lifted, and you see them for what they truly are. They can run, they can hide, but they can never escape the truth you now carry within you. Let me tell you something that most people will never understand. The truth is a weapon. The truth doesn't care about your feelings or your comfort. The truth doesn't give a damn about your fears. It doesn't care how much you wish you could go back to being oblivious, to pretending that everything is fine. The truth is a weapon, and once you wield it, there's no going back. You can't unknow what you know. You can't pretend the world isn't what it is. Once you've seen the darkness for what it is, you either embrace it or you perish. You've already taken the first step. You've opened the door. You've seen the truth. You've allowed yourself to see beyond the lies, to pierce the illusion that has held everyone else captive. And now you must walk the path that lies ahead, the path of power, the path of dominance, the path of becoming the alpha that you were always destined to be. But make no mistake, this path is not easy. It's not for the weak or the faint-hearted. This path is for those who are willing to confront the darkness head-on, to face the truth, no matter how painful or uncomfortable it may be. It's for those who are willing to do whatever it takes to rise above the masses, to become something greater than themselves, to transcend the limitations of their past, to become a force that cannot be stopped. And this, my friend, is where most people fail. They open the door, they glimpse the truth, but then they falter. They hesitate. They retreat back into the comfort of ignorance, back into the safety of denial. They close their eyes, they bury their heads in the sand, and they pretend that everything is fine. They tell themselves that it was just a bad dream, that they don't need to worry about the truth because it's too overwhelming. But you're different. You didn't close the door. You didn't run away. You looked the truth in the face and you said, "I'm not afraid." And that, my friend, is what makes you dangerous. That is what makes you unstoppable. Because now that you've seen the truth, there is no going back. There's no returning to the comfortable lie. The world will try to force you back into that cage, into that box of illusion, but you will resist. You will stand tall. You will fight. And you will make them pay for ever thinking they could hide the truth from you. You've opened the door. And now they can't hide. They can't run. They can't pretend anymore. Their lies are exposed. Their secrets are laid bare for the world to see. They thought they could control you, that they could manipulate you, that they could keep you in the dark forever. But you've broken free. You've broken the chains. And now it's time to take your power back. Now it's time to take control of your life, to seize your destiny with both hands and make it yours. But the road ahead will not be easy. You will face resistance. You will face opposition. There will be those who will try to tear you down, to make you doubt yourself, to make you question your path. They will try to convince you that you're wrong, that you're crazy, that you're dangerous. But you know better. You know that you are not wrong. You know that you are not crazy. You know that you are the one who has the power, the one who holds the truth. And that, my friend, is something that nobody can take from you. The truth is yours, and it is your weapon. You now possess the knowledge that others don't, the understanding that others are too afraid to face. You see the world for what it truly is, and you will not be deceived. You will not be manipulated. You will not be controlled. You see, the world doesn't want people like you. It doesn't want people who see through the lies, who aren't afraid to confront the truth. The world wants people who are ignorant, people who are easy to manipulate, people who are too afraid to ask the hard questions. But you're not like them. You're different. You've opened the door, and now you are free. You are free from the lies, free from the chains that have kept others captive. You are no longer a slave to their deception. You are no longer a pawn in their game. You are the master of your own fate. You are the one who decides what happens next. And the first thing you must do is embrace the truth, no matter how ugly or painful it may be. Because only when you embrace the truth can you truly step into your power. There will be those who try to stop you, who will try to silence you, who will try to make you doubt yourself. They will use every trick in the book to make you fall back into the old ways of thinking, to make you question whether you're really on the right path. But you must stand firm. You must stand tall. You must know that you are on the right path because you have opened the door. You have seen the truth, and you will not be swayed by their lies. You will not be fooled by their tricks. You will not be controlled. And as you rise, as you step into your power, know this: the world will try to break you. It will throw everything it has at you. It will try to make you feel small, insignificant, powerless. But you are none of those things. You are powerful. You are dangerous. You are unstoppable. And nothing, no one, can ever take that away from you. So, stand tall. Walk the path with your head held high. Embrace the darkness. Own the truth. And let them see what happens when someone like you opens the door. Because once you've opened that door, they can never hide from you again. They can never escape your gaze. They can never outrun your power. You are the truth. You are the weapon. You are the one they've always feared. And now, it's your time to rise. Now, my beautiful alpha audience, let me leave you with this. You've opened the door. Now, let them try to hide. Because no matter how hard they try, they can't escape you. They can't escape the truth. And they can't escape your power. You've seen it all. You know what they don't want you to know. You've embraced the darkness. And now, you are the light that will burn away their lies. You are the alpha. And no one can ever take that from you. They cannot strip away your power. Not after you've tasted the truth. Not after you've seen the world for what it really is. The thing is, most people go through life with their eyes closed. They shuffle through their existence with blinders on, only seeing what they're told to see. They're told to be comfortable. They're told to stay within the lines, to fit into the box, to be content with the illusion of security. But you You've broken free from that. You've opened the door. And once you've seen what's behind it, once you've seen the machinery, the strings, the puppeteers controlling the narrative, there is no going back. Once you've seen it, you can never unsee it. You're awake, and that awakening is both a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because now you have power that others will never understand. But it's a curse because once you see the truth, you can't ignore it. You can't go back to pretending. You can't shrink back into the comforting lies that so many live and die by. You can't look away when you know what's really happening. And that makes you dangerous. That makes you a force that cannot be stopped. But with that power comes a responsibility. With that knowledge comes a weight that others will never understand. People will try to bring you back down. They will try to make you feel small. They will try to convince you that you're crazy, that you're wrong. They'll tell you that you're imagining things, that you're being dramatic, that you're overthinking. But you know the truth. You know what's real, and you know that the things they say are meant to control you, to make you doubt yourself, to pull you back into the world of shadows, where you can be easily manipulated. But you've crossed the threshold, you've opened the door, and now you're not just a bystander in this game of life. Now you are a player. You are no longer the one being played with. You are the one calling the shots, the one who understands the rules, the one who knows how the system works. And that, my friend, is a gift and a weapon. Because you see, when you know how the game is played, you don't have to be afraid of the people playing it. They are the ones who should fear you. They are the ones who should be worried because they know, deep down, that you see through the facade. You can read them like an open book. You understand their tactics, their moves, their strategies. And because of that, you can counter every attack before it even happens. You know their weaknesses. You know where they hide their secrets. And now, you have the power to expose them for what they truly are. But this is where many people fail. They get too comfortable, they open the door, they see the truth, and then they sit back, expecting the world to change on its own. They think that knowing the truth is enough. They think that just because they can see the darkness, the world will suddenly bend to their will. But it doesn't work like that. No one is going to hand you anything on a silver platter. If you want to seize your destiny, if you want to use the truth to gain power, you have to act. You have to take what is rightfully yours. You open the door, but now it's time to walk through it. It's time to take control. It's time to rise above the ordinary, to rise above those who are still trapped in their ignorance. It's time to use your newfound knowledge to carve a path that no one can follow, to build an empire that no one can tear down. The world is full of sheep, blindly following the herd, too afraid to think for themselves, too afraid to ask the hard questions. But you're different. You've already taken the first step. You've seen what lies beyond the veil. Now, it's time to step into the light and claim what's yours. But understand this. Not everyone will be happy to see you rise. Not everyone will want you to succeed. There will be those who will try to stop you, to bring you down. There will be those who will smile in your face and stab you in the back the moment your back is turned. These people thrive in the shadows. They thrive in the darkness, and they will do everything in their power to keep you in that same space. They will use every weapon in their arsenal, manipulation, guilt, fear, to make you doubt yourself, to make you shrink back, to make you second-guess every decision you make. But here's where the real strength comes in. Your power lies in your ability to withstand their attacks. Your power lies in your ability to remain unshaken when the world tries to break you. Because the moment you start doubting yourself, the moment you start second-guessing your path, that's when they win. That's when you lose. And you can't afford to lose. Not now. Not after you've opened the door and seen what's on the other side. You've come too far to turn back now. So, when they come for you, and they will come, stand tall, stand firm. Don't let them rattle you. Don't let them manipulate your thoughts, your actions, your decisions. You know the truth. You know what they're afraid of. And that fear is your weapon. Use it against them. Let it fuel you. Let it drive you to push harder, to rise higher, to become more than they could ever imagine. The world is built on lies, on deception, on false promises. But you stand in the truth. You stand in the light of what is real, and that makes you a threat to the status quo. That makes you a threat to everything they've built. They won't stop at anything to keep you quiet, to keep you from reaching your full potential, to keep you from becoming the person you were always meant to be. But you will not be stopped. You will rise. And when you rise with a force so powerful that nothing and no one can stand in your way. They will try to silence you. They will try to crush your spirit. But the truth will keep you going. The truth will fuel your every move, your every decision, your every victory. They can't take that from you. No matter how hard they try, they can never take the truth away from you. Now, as you move forward, remember that every step you take is a declaration of war against the lies that have controlled the masses for so long. Every step you take is a reminder that you are no longer a slave to the system. You are free. Free to build, free to create, free to destroy anything and anyone that stands in your way. You've opened the door. Now it's time to walk through it and claim what's yours. And never forget, they can't hide, they can't run, they can't escape the truth you now carry within you. You are the one they feared. You are the one they tried to keep in the dark. But now you're here. And now, there is no stopping you. You've opened the door. Now it's time to make them wish they never tried to lock it in the first place. It's time to take what's yours. The world is yours for the taking, and nothing, no one, will ever be able to stop you. You've crossed the threshold, and now you stand at the precipice of a new world, one that is not for the faint-hearted or those who are weak of mind and spirit. The truth you hold now, the power you possess, has the capacity to crush any obstacle in your path, but only if you dare to wield it. It is easy to talk about power, to dream of having it, to imagine what it would be like to be the one calling the shots, the one who's no longer controlled by others. But it's an entirely different thing to actually stand on that precipice, to step into that unknown territory, and to embrace your potential fully. No holds barred. The thing is, power is not a gift. It's not something that's handed to you on a silver platter. It's not some reward that you receive simply for existing or dreaming of it. Power is something you must take. You must seize it. You must strip it from the hands of those who have been hoarding it for so long, pretending to be the only ones capable of wielding it. But now, the game has changed. You open the door, and they cannot hide anymore. They've been playing with your mind, manipulating you into thinking you are incapable of achieving greatness, that you are too weak, too fragile, too insignificant to ever amount to anything. But the truth, that powerful truth, tells you otherwise. It tells you that you are capable of greatness. You are capable of rising to heights they never thought possible, of standing above them in a place where their influence no longer holds sway over your decisions, your thoughts, your actions. You are no longer the one being played with. You are the player. You are in control now. Let's talk about control. It's one of the most coveted things in this world. Those in power love it because it gives them leverage. It allows them to shape reality in their favor. They use it to bend people to their will, to make others believe that they are the only ones with the answers, the only ones who can make a difference. They manipulate, they deceive, They twist the truth until it's unrecognizable, and most people fall for it. They buy into the narrative that those in charge are the ones who know best, that they are the ones who must be trusted. But you've seen through that lie. You've seen beyond the facade. You've pulled back the curtain, and now you're looking at the machinery, at the mechanisms that keep people trapped in a cycle of control. You see it, you understand it, and you've realized that it doesn't have to be this way. You can take that control for yourself. You can step out of the shadows and step into your own power, your own greatness. But let me warn you, the moment you claim that control, the moment you take your power, the world will push back. Those who have been in control will not give it up easily. They'll fight, they'll resist, and they'll try to break you. They'll use every trick in the book to undermine your confidence, to question your worth, to make you doubt that you can actually do what you set out to do. They'll call you arrogant. They'll call you crazy. They'll tell you that you're too ambitious, that you're overstepping your boundaries. They will try to convince you that you are nothing, that you don't deserve the power that you are now capable of wielding. But let me ask you this. Have you ever stopped to ask why they're so afraid of you? Why do they feel threatened by your potential? Why do they go to such great lengths to keep you in line? The answer is simple, because they know what you're capable of. They know that once you embrace your truth, once you realize your power, once you refuse to be controlled, there is no stopping you. They know that if you step fully into your potential, if you decide to rise to the occasion, you will become unstoppable. And that scares them. It scares them because it means they lose control. It means they are no longer the ones calling the shots, but you've opened the door and you can't close it now. You can't go back to being the person you were before. You can't pretend that everything is fine when you know it's not. You know the truth, and the truth is that the world is yours for the taking. You are the one who decides your fate. You are the one who chooses how high you'll rise, how far you'll go, and how much you'll achieve. And so, let's get something straight. You're going to rise. You're going to rise. And you're going to rise with a ferocity, a passion, and a determination that no one can match. Because the moment you accepted the truth, the moment you opened that door, you chose to step into the unknown. You chose to become more than you ever thought possible. And now, the world will never be the same again. You will never be the same again. But there's something you must understand about this journey, about this rise to power. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having everything figured out. It's not about being flawless. In fact, the path to true greatness is often paved with mistakes, setbacks, failures. The difference between those who rise to the top and those who remain at the bottom is that the ones who succeed never stop. They never quit. They use every failure, every obstacle, every challenge as fuel to push forward, to grow stronger, to evolve into the person they were always meant to be. You will fall. You will stumble. You will face times when everything feels like it's falling apart, when it seems like the world is conspiring against you, when the pressure is too much to bear. But that's when your true strength will be revealed, when you're at your lowest, when the world is crushing down on you. That's when you must stand tall. That's when you must dig deep and find the courage to keep going. Because the truth is, the world doesn't care if you fail. The world doesn't care if you fall down. The world doesn't care if you make mistakes. What matters is that you get back up. What matters is that you keep fighting. What matters is that you refuse to let anything or anyone take your power. So yes, they will try to stop you. They will try to break you. They will try to drown you in a sea of doubt and fear. But you will not break. You will not bend. You will not fall into their trap. You will rise, and you will rise with such force that they will be powerless to stop you. The world will try to tell you who you are. It will try to label you, to categorize you, to fit you into a box. It will tell you that you're not enough, that you're too much, that you don't belong, that you're not worthy. But you will never accept their labels. You will never accept their limitations, because you know the truth now. You know that you are more than what they say. You know that you are limitless. You know that you are unstoppable. And when you rise, you won't just rise for yourself. No, you will rise for everyone who has ever been told they were too small, too weak, too insignificant to make a difference. You will rise for every person who has been held back by fear, by doubt, by the lies they've been fed. You will rise for those who have been forced to live in the shadows, who have been told they are nothing, that they will never amount to anything. You will rise to show them that it is possible to break free, that it is possible to step into your true power and take control of your own destiny. They can't stop you. They won't stop you. You are too powerful. You are too strong. You've seen the truth. You've opened the door, and now there is no going back. You are the one who will reshape this world. You are the one who will change the game. And when you rise, when you finally embrace your full potential, the world will have no choice but to take notice. You've opened the door. Now, let them see what happens when someone like you walks through it. Let them see what happens when you claim your power. Let them see the unstoppable force that you've become. Because no matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, no one will ever be able to stop you. In the end, remember this: you've opened the door, and now there's no going back. The truth is yours, the power is yours, and no one can take it from you. They will try to stop you, to break you, to make you doubt yourself. But you will rise above it all. You are the one who holds the key to your own destiny. You are the one who will shape the world according to your will. The game has changed, and you are no longer a player in it. You are the one who controls the game. Stand tall, walk boldly, and never forget, nothing can stop you now. The world is yours for the taking.